Hey, what's up? So this is how I built a document application generating program that you just input a little bit of text into. It spits out a beautiful Excel, PowerPoint or Word document, as well as revamp my personal website, all in about 20 hours, give or take the time it took me to prompt ChatGPT to do most of it for me. But no, seriously, most of it was spent fighting with NPM packages and just getting like the prompting right for the application, and I'm going to show you how I built it now. So I'm going to come over here to Office GPT and do a little quick demo. So here, generate Word, Excel, and PowerPoint docs with just a few instructions. Select your file type and type in what you'd like the file to contain. So let's say I want a heading, dinosaurs, and then a table of dinosaur statistics and a paragraph of dinosaur information. I'm going to click generate, and in the background it's going to go and send that request to my backend. It's going to go clean it up, it's going to send it to GPT and get it to generate some python.docs, python.pptx or xlsx writer commands, which allow you to programmatically create documents, and then go. As it returns the document that it's created back to my server, and then back, well, it creates it on my server and returns it back to me. And so here we go. Dinosaurs, name, height, weight. There's some information populated from GPT, as well as a paragraph about dinosaurs. So you can see it's not the prettiest and it's basic formatting, but you saw how quickly I did that, as opposed to having to type this, copy and paste it, create a table on that. Let's go and see if we can go do it with Excel as well. So in Excel, let's rather have a heading, dinosaurs, and then some cells full of info about dinosaurs and their statistics. Like, ooh, I can't spell. Statistics like weight, ferocity, and age. So similarly, it's going to go generate those Excel commands, and then an Excel command is going to get created and it's going to download a document there. What do we know? We have an Excel document here that when it loads, dinosaurs, their weight, their ferocity, the age that they can live to. I don't know about that information there, but you can see it's a great tool for prototyping, and I can see some good changes being made in the future to allow it to connect to databases and that, to allow it to be much better. Now, the PowerPoint is the one that works the least well, so I'm going to go ahead and, on a live gamble here, and go and say, generate a title slide, dinosaurs, and then a second slide with dinosaur info. Let's go see if we can generate that in the background. I experimented actually with using GPT 3.5 and 4 for generating the things, and funny enough, GPT 4 actually did a far worse job than 3.5. I don't know what it was, if it was just trying to be too clever and with all the import libraries and that, but the Python execution failed so much more often than the GPT 3.5. Here we go, dinosaurs, the incredible prehistoric creatures. Here's some information about the T-Rex. So you can see, basic prototype, I built this in like a day and a half, and so lots of problems still, but I foresee it being able to be expanded and be a lot cooler and have a lot more features. And of course, all the code for the Office GPT frontend and backend can be found on my GitHub if you're interested in that sort of thing. So the way this application is structured, I actually tried to separate it into backend and frontend. And so the backend is just a basic Flask application that I hosted on Vercel when I was running it live, but now I'm just running it locally on my machine. This just has a create endpoint that when the frontend sends a request to, it goes ahead, it cleans up some of the input, it sends it off to GPT, and then once it gets the prompt back, it puts it into an exec command, which I know is actually not great because you could be potentially executing some terrible Python commands like wipe my hard drive, that's no problem. And so I actually have here a clean, after I call my OpenAI function to get the request, I actually have a clean command function here, which goes in, has a look at the Python code, and then actually removes any of the Python code that might be potentially dangerous to the user's computer or the program environment, and then that's what actually gets executed. So it's a bit of getting around the prompt injection, but would I run this on like a enterprise grade server and that? Probably not. And then it just creates the documents in a buffer, calls the OpenAI commands, and then actually executes them and saves them. And then it returns that document in the right format back to the user. So that's the back end. The front end is super simple. It's just a little basic Vue app, and it's built with Tailwind.css, because that's my front-end framework of choice. And it's basically just a very small, simple application with some buttons, and then just making a call to the server in the background. And so yeah, nothing super exciting there to show, But it turned out pretty nicely, and it's quite buggy. The Python commands don't always get generated so nicely, and so I'm not running this live anyway because it's not reliable enough. And so I'm looking at moving it somewhere else and doing it kind of in a more programmatic way, hooking up those Python docs and Python.pptx commands to like a database or something, and creating documents on the fly from a data source, as opposed to doing it live from text like this, because you know how many times I have to record this video to actually get a working demo. Yeah, so not great. Then moving on to my personal website. I had an old personal website that was okay. It wasn't the greatest in terms of professionalism. It looked kind of amateurish. So I wanted to redesign it with like a simple aesthetic, just with some colors, some basic text, and then some of the projects I'm currently working on. So this is what it looks like right now. It's got like a gray, slightly rose-colored background. It's got a heading, it's got my name there, some of my social links, some of the things I've been up to recently, and then all the projects I've been doing recently. Office GPT, which I just spoke about, a WhatsApp chatbot I've been building for some friends, which takes some information and some knowledge about your business and then trains a chatbot based on it. So you can have a conversation on your phone on WhatsApp with this chatbot asking, hey, how do I sign up for the service? I need a refund. What can I do about it? And it's just in a nice, like, clean environment, because WhatsApp is the messaging app of choice around here. I built my game with GPT, Laughing Velociraptor AI, my meeting summarizer, my comp bench project, the YouTube channel, and just with like some nice animations and that. Very, very simple application. I used to have it more complicated, but it didn't look so nice. It's responsive, it works on mobile and that. And this also is just a basic Vue application. Where is it? Built with Tailwind.css. It's great. ChatGPT spits out a lot of really useful Tailwind CSS, and so this entire website is only, no, this is the wrong file. This entire website is only 293 lines long in a single Vue file. I could have probably done it more simply in an index.html page with just the Tailwind kind of bundle included in there, but I'm so used to using Vue now, it was just easier to get it up and running like this. And so yeah, just all these big classes and that. It's not the prettiest way to design a website, but I did it in like 4 or 5 hours, and so I was super happy with that result, and the fact that it got built in like less than a day's work. That's you know, I'm all about speed around here. That's what matters to me. I wanted to show you, this is my toggle workspace, what I've been using to track my work this week. And so here my weekly total is 18 hours 31, but I did a couple hours on Thursday morning when I was trying to debug my npm package installs, because node versioning and npm packaging can be a nightmare, that I didn't include on here. But then there was also some time here on Tuesday when I took some lunch and I just left the timer running. So yeah, all in all, about 20 hours to do both of these tasks. I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm excited to see what more I can get done in the next couple of weeks. I'm going away for the next week, but you'll be hearing from me next week, don't worry. And so yeah, these are just the 2 things that I've been working on this week. Pretty cool, if I do say so myself, and a really good start to some potentially larger projects. And so yeah, stay tuned to see some more of that. I will check you out soon. Thanks, bye. Oh yeah, also I've been working on growing my Twitter following, because a lot of the business people that I follow and kind of the indie hackers / SaaS masters that I am trying to emulate in my couple of months of working on my own projects now, they're all on Twitter. And so if you use Twitter, go check out my profile. I'm going to be posting some interesting takes there and updates on the projects I'm working on.